Probably not. If you're being
What up, y'all? This is the real Big Boss Calvin 83. I'm live. Let me check. Let me check if it's. Give me 1 second, y'all. I know this is. I'm late, but I'm not late. Hold on a second. Okay, I see myself. Okay, let me let the people know on Instagram. You want to follow me on Instagram? It's my handle's the same. What you see below, you like this? If you like the show, you support the message. Your support is appreciated. It will definitely improve the platform. So I'm gonna give some of y'all more time. We're gonna talk about the whole Diddy thing. We're gonna talk about some other issues too. So let me just let people know on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna just get started. I don't see. I'm not. I don't have my. I moved to a new. I moved to a new place. So, oh, I don't know. I can't turn it. I can't turn it. So, I'm gonna read what Robert Perkins had to say about the whole Cassie and Diddy whooping her ass. It's like it's selective outrage and fake woke outrage. But I want to read this. He goes by. I know y'all don't like him. In Instagram, BLK Thirst Second and Third. Basically, BLK 1 ST 2 ND and literally like A and D third 3 RD. Black people feel like they have to wish death or life in prison on those who do wrong, going super hard to prove that we're on the right side of public opinion and justice. More like injustice. I would say injustice, but I digress. So we can make sure that anti-black society, now it's he says society, I say anti-black misandry society, knows that we're good, law-abiding black folk. Somebody should have told this man that an apology only works for whites. White folk will forgive their own regardless. He's right about that. Hell, I seen us get on TV and forgive people for murdering our loved ones, even raping, believe it or not. But Big Matt over a stranger getting her ass whooped by a man whom she allowed to whoop her ass years ago. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That is facts. Y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. You think he bad, you ain't seen me. You think you have a problem with what he said, you're going to have a problem of what I'm going to say, and I don't give a damn. Oh, so he went live, so I might watch him later. Okay. If those who coming into this live, I don't see nobody right now. Hit the like button when you're watching the playback or you're into the live. For those who are watching the playback, hit the like button. Helps us with the algorithm. Helps me with me. It helps my platform reach the people who need to hear this message, and helps my channel. Definitely will help my channel, and actually will we can have more awareness, and more important, because I talk about real stuff, and this information that I share, it is needed, and it's need to be known and heard and listened to and watched. Okay. Yes, I watched the video. I just glanced at it a couple of days ago, but earlier today, which is actually now yesterday, if you're on the East Coast, I watched the video. I'm not shocked. Was it? They were to me. I'm different. Was I surprised? Was I, oh my God, a woman got her ass whooped by a man? No. Especially when it was Diddy, I wasn't surprised. I mean, me hearing about the whole case. Hey, what up, David? Welcome to the stream. I wasn't shocked at Diddy. Diddy having a temper. If you grew up in my era, I'm born in 1983. I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s. So he was known as Puff Daddy. There was a lot of satanic stuff that I heard. I was never very big on the modern hip hop. Well, actually, I mean, back in my era, it was from the 90s through the early 2000s. Especially when it got to more of the mid to late 90s. I never really cared about rap. Never cared about hip hop like that. I wasn't moved. I like the 80s. If you listen to the 80s hip hop, R&B, rap, it was real shit. They were speaking on real stuff that was teachable, revolutionary stuff, until, we sold out. And that's what I want to discuss on the sellout part. When I heard that was Cassidy, getting her ass whooped. Was it like, okay, that's not a good look? When I saw it, it was like, okay, it's a bad look. Now, personally, I've seen worse. I've seen worse with women getting their ass beat, and I've seen men get their ass handed to by these women, especially when she uses proxy violence, uses men and women to get to destroy this man. So I was like, when I watched the video, I'm not going to play it. I see 2 people hit the like button. And if anybody want to talk, just comment if you want me to give you the link to speak your opinions. We'll keep it respectful. Definitely no inappropriate. We can be vulgar, but don't say no reckless stuff. Don't talk reckless. Stay on the topic. So when I saw Cassie, this heifer, running, I was like, when I watched it like multiple times, I'll say, okay, she's running. It must have been a heated argument, and she's just trying to just get away. But when I saw it, even when I watched, shout out to JD Black. When I watched it, I'm like, okay, what does she got on her hand? Did she take something? Because I saw Diddy run with the towel, and I'm like thinking, okay, maybe she's talking to another dude. Maybe she's talking to somebody else or talking about business that he does not want her to talk about. So there was like, I was like, wow, okay. I've seen worse beatings. What got me irritated is that I saw worse on social media. When I saw that young black woman from Charlotte, North Carolina, who was on vacation with her homegirls and gay male friends, when I saw, and this is what got me heated, when I saw that young sister get her ass beat, and they were trying to say they were Transformers. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but they were female, they were identified as women, just very masculine and unattractive, and very jealous. They said Shanquella might be a Transformer. But here's the thing. What I found interesting, when Shanquella Robinson got jumped by those 2 heifers, that was worse than when I saw Diddy, a man, beating up on a woman. The fact that Shanquella Robinson, who got jumped by her homegirls, she paid for the whole trip. She paid for her fake ass friends to go to Mexico with her, and they were jealous of her, and they set her up. I didn't see all these pro-black, pro-whack feminists, your pro-black simps like Dr. Umar Johnson. They didn't talk about it. I didn't see your Cynthia G's. I didn't see your Michi X's. I saw one heifer, Goddess Masterpiece, talk about it, but she was speaking from her personal experience. The fact that this masculine heifer talk about what you disagree. I said I agree and disagree, but I was trying to share my perspective. She kicks me off the stream. She wants me to be completely against her. I'm like, I'm balanced. So when I saw Shanquella Robinson get jumped and get attacked, and that's not the only viral video of 2 women, because black women on violence is real. Women on women violence is real, especially when it comes to lesbian couples. So when I saw 2 women jump another black woman, none of that should have been talked about. She got brutally unalived and body slammed and pushed. And you got the males, Kiki and Han, and they try to blame this on the black men who are not straight. Now, one of them might be, he probably goes both ways. However, why was that was real serious? Why are we talking about something that happened damn near 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago. And she went back and dealt with it, dealt with the so-called abuse. You don't think she had anything to do with it? You don't think she contributed to the so-called abuse that she endured? I'm speaking of Cassidy. I use logic and common sense. I know a lot of y'all don't like me. Y'all don't like what I have to say. You don't like the fact that I speak facts and truth to power. You don't like the fact that I get on bandwagons, especially you women. I don't feel bad for Cassie. Cassie is not a victim. She made her victimhood is self-inflicted, just like the rest of you heifers. It's no different than these dudes who make bonehead decisions getting with the wrong chick. Do you know how many times I talk to dudes who've been in toxic relationships with women who disrespect them, abuse them, and put hands on them, and then they unalive them, and these dudes still deal with this heifer? Have children, knowing that, especially if he's a well-to-do man, afraid to leave because he will have to give up. He will lose everything in no-fault divorce. You understand what I'm saying? Or the other situation that we make jokes. Oh, he's a bum. He's a pookie, right? He's a broke. He's a dusty. He's living off a woman. He's living. Oh, he don't make a lot of money. So you're saying because she makes more money than him that she should dehumanize him? Let me say this. It don't matter if the man makes more money than the woman or less, or it's equal. 50-50, 100-100. Nobody should be less treated like shit. Nobody should be demeaned. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be mistreated. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? I don't feel sorry for Cassidy, and I don't feel sorry for the other people that Diddy was that associated with Diddy. I seen real TV, and now y'all talk about it. Y'all don't make them go viral. How can y'all be so against Diddy when y'all supported gang banging? Y'all supported criminal activity. Y'all support criminal activity. Y'all defend somebody who fixed her goddamn mouth and talk about I drugged and robbed and raped men to pay because I was struggling financially, which is bullshit. I had to sell my pussy. No, bitch, you chose to sell your pussy, Cardi B. You chose to go down that path. You chose to turn into a life of crime. You Democratic heifers that lean to the left, and I don't support Republicans, so let's get that straight. I don't support either, but I'm against the whole I'm like, fuck the whole motherfucking system. That's too militant for y'all. Y'all didn't cancel Cardi B. When Mel Gibson was abusing his wife and a girlfriend, I mean, he had a history. Mel Gibson, you know, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 with Danny Glover. When Mel Gibson was beating up on women, beating up his girlfriends and his wife, and talk about, I hope you get raped by a pack of niggers. Y'all didn't have that same smoke. Well, that was in the past. But okay, but that what happened to Cassie was in the past. If we're gonna be honest, when you had Charlie Sheen purposely and intentionally infect women with STDs, basically fornicating, being a male whore, and passing these illnesses to other women, where was the outrage? I hate the selective outrage that y'all do. And you know who you are. You know exactly who the hell you are. I don't feel sorry. Look, we've seen women who are celebrities put hands on their boyfriend, beat up on their husbands, beat up on their, if they play for the other team, like Prancilla. I'm going to get to her in a minute. We've seen women who are in relationships do harm to other women and do harm to their wife. their girlfriend. Y'all don't talk about that. Especially you women who claim to be for women's empowerment. I would never forget how when Shankoa got jumped and got ambushed by two women that were who were supposed to be her homegirls, ain't none of y'all wanted to do a goddamn video, but y'all tried, and if you did, you try to blame it back on black men. And said the men should have did something. When y'all say y'all don't need no fucking man, y'all say you could do bad by yourself. At the same time, when it comes to Diddy, y'all support a garbage rap. Y'all support bitches and hoes. You women go to these guys' concerts. You call massage law. You go to their concerts, dance to their music. You go, you will pay you will give out your whole paycheck and pay and just to sit in the front row and get disrespected by Diddy, people like Diddy, by rappers and music, by rappers, R&B singers, by guys like Usher and Trey Songz. Y'all will purposely go to get degraded. Let them treat you any old type of way. Y'all will be ghetto gaggers for these white males who disrespect y'all. So what's the difference between? So what's the difference now? You're gonna say that? Whoa, she didn't have a father. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to y'all. There's women who came from a two-parent home and still turned out fucked up for whatever reason. We're not gonna blame the lack of father, and or when are y'all gonna stop blaming these heifers? And even if this is true, at this point, you're an adult. You can't keep blaming your parents for your poor adult decisions that you made on your own. There is no more blaming your parents. There's no more blaming your family members and your upbringing in your environment when you no longer live in that environment. Okay? This is fake. I don't feel sorry for these women. I don't feel sorry for women like Cassidy. I actually feel sorry for real legitimate victims. That's women and men. And men too. I actually feel sorry for children being abused by these heifers. Alienation, neglect. When it comes to SA, children being great. You know what I'm saying? By her creepy boyfriend or the dude she's having an affair with. While the man, and she's shaming the kids or her family members taking advantage of her children, violating them and shit. But y'all don't want to talk about them stories. How dare y'all try to say you went to you women specifically and you simps. You beta male simps. Y'all, oh my God, Diddy was wrong. Aren't you the same niggas that was always jamming to Diddy, playing his music, buying his merch, going to supporting his businesses like Fubu and shit, Diddy Combs, whatever clothing line, watching his shows, TV shows, going to his concerts. Y'all didn't give a damn back then. What I hate is the fact that we let the so-called dominant tell us how we should feel and view ourselves. We want to see y'all again. Y'all not free thinkers. Y'all can say what you want about Kanye West. Y'all talk about how Kanye West stalked Kim Kardashian. Come to find out, Kim Kardashian is coming for Kanye, giving him all types of hell, and she the one who left the relationship, left the marriage. He wanted to see his kids, but you say he was a stalker. He did do okay. Y'all can say that. The same people who say that, y'all done it. Y'all try to work things out. It is not like it was a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, or it was a date where you saw stalking, or they were doing to you was harassing. Y'all women are no damn different. Y'all worse. There have been cases of women who have poured hot grease, hot grits, hot oatmeal, and poisoned men who broke up with them and didn't want to be with them no more. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all don't support that. Yeah, I don't support that. This is fake outrage to me. And I have people say, "Oh, you're trying to defend. You're trying to." She's not a Cassidy. Is not a victim. What type of person who's a victim of assault and battery and SA and grape is going to just take the money and let this motherfucker walk? Let him do his thing. Let him just go on about life. If he was so damn dangerous, why would you take $80 million? If he's so dangerous, why would you let him be out in this? Why would you let him roam the streets? Even if he loses P. Diddy loses businesses and endorsements, and why would you wait that long? She had an opportunity at the height of the Me Too move to say that. When the minute it happened, she could have said that then. I don't want to hear you lovely ladies talk about, oh, she was afraid. How the fuck you know? She was not afraid. Take your personal emotions and your personal traumas out the goddamn situation. Y'all ain't messing with no 80 million. You ain't messing with no guy whose net worth is $1 million, who's damn near a billionaire. P. Diddy is damn near a billionaire. Cut it out. Like you know these type of men. You women go on social media listening to Sprinkle. You the same heifers, you the same bitches listening to women like Sprinkle, but then y'all want to talk about toxic masculinity. How can you talk about Diddy, but yet you want that same type of Diddy? How the fuck can you talk about Diddy and what he did, and you the same women will do what Cassie did? Look how y'all trashed R. Kelly. But when I was back in the 2000s, speaking of R. Kelly's creepy. R. Kelly's weird. Oh, you just hate. Oh, he just, you don't know for sure. She knew when she was. I had women, my own mother, women in my family said, "Oh, that girl ain't innocent. She fast." But now when I say it now, oh, she was taken advantage of. Get the fuck out of here. These women, they're not consistent. They don't care about women and girls. These bitches are opportunists. Of course they're making Cassidy. And guess what? Cassidy is not a black woman. I don't think she might be American, but she is not a black woman. She doesn't even claim to be a black American woman. She's not FBA. She's Latina. And guess what? Let me tell you about Latina. Especially the ones, and I'm not talking about Mexicans, I'm talking about your so-called Puerto Ricans, your so-called Black Spanish. If you're from the Northeast, like I am, from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts, there are Puerto Ricans, there's Dominicans, and a lot of them don't like Black Americans. It's no different if she's like the brick bitch. Rhoda Osmond, a lot of talk about she got hit with her brick by a black man and black men didn't do nothing. These other melanated people do not like Black American people, but yet they cut Black American people's throats. Why are you defending Cassie? Cassie came out her mouth and talked about she don't even like black people, Black American people. Just like Cardi B, calling black women, dark-skinned black women cockroaches. This bitch is a fucking criminal, but y'all don't have nothing to say about that. That's more serious than what Diddy did to Cassidy. Yeah. Of course, they're making an excuse for Cassidy, but what y'all got to understand is these people, they don't care about y'all. These so-called activists like Dr. Umar Johnson and them, Dr. Umar Johnson, well, I heard about Dr. Umar Johnson, who panders to black women on the regular. Guess what? He's making excuses for Diddy. You cannot trust these pro-blacks, these fake pro-blacks on social media. Even the ones who claim to be activists, public figures, you can't trust them because they will sell you out. They don't care. All these women who talk about, these feminists who talk about women and girls, they don't give a damn. You know what's so crazy about these bitches? They got creeps in their family who are abusing their children, and they protect these predators because they're predators themselves. Cassie is not a goddamn victim. What kind of victim will just purposely and intentionally put themselves in harm's way and then go back to the same situation. And then oh, I don't want them to go to prison. I don't, well, especially when it happens. I'll wait like 8 to 10 years. I'll wait to 20 years. Oh, I just want a payout. And y'all lovely ladies wonder why, who are real survivors of SA, grape, wonder why y'all ain't taken seriously at this point. Because y'all don't hold these bitches accountable, especially when they make false accusations, false allegations against men. Y'all don't hold these women accountable because y'all so in your feelings. Some of y'all refuse to get help for your trauma. And a lot of you ladies who experience that, y'all not innocent. I gotta keep it 1,000. You know, I would argue men are more susceptible to violent crimes from people they don't know than women. A lot of times the so-called abuse and so-called assault is from the men they know, and they still, for whatever reason, and I'm not speaking in absolutes, it's mostly from people they know, not some random dude from the block, not some random ass dude. Actually, a dude is more likely to experience violence from a random ass dude and a random ass bitch. How many viral videos have we seen women be out of pocket to men they don't know? Get aggressive towards men that they don't fucking know. You think when you see women pop red balloons, oh, I don't like your shoes, I don't like your height, oh, I don't like your weight, but you got 3 kids from 3 different dudes, and you want a man making more than 6 figures. You're out of shape too. You want a man who's in shape. You expect a man to provide, problem solve, and deal with your bullshit. It's trash. Now, I know some of y'all got to go to bed and sleep, but if you want me to open up the panel and you want to speak briefly, let me know in the comments. The fake outrage, I'm tired of the fake outrage, y'all. Y'all want to talk, they want to talk about Diddy, men like Diddy, men like Harvey Weinstein, men like Bill Cosby. They want to accuse these men of resources, of money, and perceived power, men like Donald Trump. But yet these women still dealt with these dudes for years. Now, because they aged out and they're not the young tenderoni no more, now they bitter. They're talking about they're doing this for women and girls. No, they're not. Y'all don't care. These heifers don't care about women and girls. When was the last time they supported an organization? There's actually programs. And if they wanted to be fair, they would actually help these male survivors who are victims of abuse, DV, sexual assault, battery, and rape. And y'all can call that made to penetrate. You got these female teachers sleeping with these male students. You got female prison guards having their way with these male inmates. Y'all don't talk about that. Yeah, actually, these women are taking advantage of them, raping them. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all don't talk about this shit. You got these women, especially black boys, being sexually abused, raped. I see these disgusting videos of women twerking and grinding and filling up and kissing these young boys in the mouth. Where's the outrage? Y'all want to talk about Diddy and Cassidy, not because you care, it's because you want a fucking bag. You're no different than Cassidy. We have a whole mentality. We have a whore mentality. We will sell out for $1. Yeah, all these people talking about Cat Williams, and then other black celebrities who exposed the industry. But then y'all watch that, especially Cat Williams. Then you saw Amanda Seales trying to make a comeback, but it ain't working in her favor. Y'all can't talk about Amanda Seales. I agree with some of the stuff she was talking about from her childhood trauma and stuff, bullying and racism and all that stuff. I agree with her. You know, I agree with her. People abusing her before when it came to her when she was in school. I actually agreed with her on that. But when she talk about, dudes doing this and that, and Amanda Seales, I gotta say it, she's a typical bitter ass black broad, and I shouldn't even say it's funny, it's sad. Talk about dudes drooling over her. I'm not saying that's not true, but when you got women talk about, I got men in my DMs, men looking at me. When you have to shout at let me tell you, ladies, this who are hit the wall, who are past the wall, who are post wall. Amanda Seales is post wall. If you got to try to convince other people, especially men, that dudes want to fuck you, you ain't shit. I know a lot of women. This is why a lot of women don't like me. It's a love-hate relationship. There's women who want to be with me, and there's women who can't stand me but still want to be with me because they know I'm not going to lie to them. They know I keep it real. They can never say I lied to them. I might have came up short, but I ain't lied to them. They know whatever I say, I ain't playing. Okay. Y'all talking about Cassidy. Oh, Cassie. Well, she was a young girl. Cassie was an adult. I'm sorry. Cassie was 19 years old. Well, she's still a child. No. She's over the age of 18. I get what y'all saying. But let's be real. When these girls become of age, when they go through puberty and have their cycle and became adolescents, y'all say girls mature faster than boys, right? Remember that? Y'all say that, right? But yet there's an arrested development. How can your body's mature, but your mind ain't mature? There's something wrong with that. You can't make that that their women bodies mature. I'll say they age bad, but I ain't gonna say that. I'll say that they'll age bad. I'll say they age bad, but then because if your body matures, then your mind should mature and evolve as well. Your mind and your emotions and your physical are connected. You can't make that comparison because men don't have. We're the same, but we don't have the same genital body parts like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't make that distinction. You can't make that because there are differences when it comes to the biology. Yes, we got 2 arms, 2 legs. We bleed red, but the organs are not the same, y'all. The only organs that are common are the brain and stuff, and there's some differences when it comes to the way our minds work. Okay? But I would say this, though. Women, you are very visual. I think a lot of these women, you'll be surprised how women will deal with a dude that they're not attracted to just so they can get some. You got women who deal with a dude who don't have nothing. But because she's horny and don't have cooch discipline, she don't have that box. She don't have no self-control. Let me tell you, women don't have self-control when they're horny. They don't really have you can see all the ratchet shit they do with these children. They cannot go without. These women talking about man versus bear, which I'm going to discuss. That's a whole different video, whole different live stream. I might discuss this in a live stream. Man versus bear. Women want to be with the bear. Bitch, please. These heifers are lying. These women will give you, man, these women talk about they can't go without sex. They cannot go without male attention, male provision, male problem solving, they can't go without that man's seed. Procreating, they love raw dog sex. They can't go without a man's touch, a man giving them attention, a man being in their space. These women will lose their mind. These women talk about they would have that's all cap. Yet they're taking advice from Sprinkle. Bitches like Sprinkle. How to get a man to pay your bills, how to use your pussy to get money. Meanwhile, this bitch Shira 7 got a whole husband who can't do nothing. And she's so kept, and she got this, and she's living good, but she got to make live streams taking these women's money. The bitch is a side chick, and you're not gonna take her advice. But when something happens to you, or something and your life's destroyed. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Share 7 don't give a damn about you. She came out of her mouth saying, "I don't care. I'm not responsible." But she has made money off y'all naive, gullible heifers. Oh, you're blaming her. I'm like, well, I don't feel so. I'm blaming her because she went back to the motherfucker and she did not do. If she was such a victim, she would have not dealt with that shit. She's an adult. She made an adult decision. She cared about a lifestyle more than her own safety. Mind you, she don't have no children from Diddy, and I bet you she was trying. Diddy was in a whole relationship with that other. I forgot her name. That dark-skinned black woman who he had children with, multiple children with. She didn't give a damn that Diddy was a married man. She was a homewrecker, y'all. She put her, and that could have, do you know how many women have been beat up by other women, beat up by the wife, beat up by the main girl? Y'all don't understand. Women are very territorial when they're when they got that man. When they're with a man, they are very territorial. Y'all think we're not that different? Cassie was just a groupie. Why do y'all take these women like women? Oh, these victims of R. Kelly. When a lot of these females were fast, promiscuous, and they were told by their ain't shit mama and simp daddy, these weak, effeminate ass fathers. She might as well, let me say this. If you're a father and you pimp out your daughter, you ain't shit. You gonna let her go because this man got money and fame. You're gonna send this your daughter who's not an adult, and you're gonna let her and let this man, because he's a celebrity, he got status, got money, and have his way with your daughter. You ain't shit. You mothers ain't worth a damn. But I expect men to be strong and stoic. I don't expect men to be bitch ass niggas. You got a lot of these males who are weak. They don't hold their daughters accountable for nothing. Wonder why she's still single and you don't tell her the truth. Want to be her friend instead of being her father. Just like these moms, you want to be her friend instead of being her mother. Stop being that's the problem with parents. You want to be your child's best friend because y'all got trauma because your parents were toxic, narcissistic, and abusive, and mean and nasty. Felt some type of way about you because they missed out on their childhood, whatever the hell. Just mean and nasty to their children because they wasn't ready to have kids, even if they were married from a traditional marriage. They're mad because they can't do the streetwalker shit. They can't be women of the night. They can't be the man of the night. They miss being single and childless. But yet they will come for people. They will come for people like me who are single and childless and try to shame us to be in the marriage plantation and have kids when we don't want to have kids like that until we got our shit together. Until, that's a step. Oh, if you have children, you grow up, you will mature, then get the fuck out of here. No. You'll grow up then. Why do I gotta get married to grow up? Why do I gotta have children when I know that's a responsibility? That's a lifetime responsibility. Oh, when they turn 18, they're not ready for the world like that. Look how we was when we was 18. You think we were the stuff that we know at 40? You're still learning and growing. You expect an 18-year-old to have the world figured out at 18, to have all this knowledge at 18? Get the fuck out of here. Well, what if that was your daughter? Man, please, let me say this. As much as I would love my daughter, if you want to be the woman of the night, you're going to deal with the consequences. If that man you was with, if I didn't pick that man, if I didn't approve for you to date that man, to get married to that man, and he hits you upside your head, and you want to be a whore, and you get pregnant. Guess what? You on your own. You want to be rebellious. You want to meet a dude and you want to mess around, but you don't want to introduce him to me so I can vet him, and you get fucked up. That's on you. Well, of course, man. Of course. These female grifters, I told you a lot, these female content creators ain't shit. They hate me with a passion. A lot of these female content creators who are part of the so-called red pill, who are a bunch of beta male simps. A lot of these female content creators who make manosphere content, who are in the manosphere, they're frauds. A lot of them are single mothers. A lot of them are old 304s. I don't understand O'Shea Duke Jackson. I don't understand O'Shea. I mean, I don't understand these guys. Why they put up like Chantel Simone, Courtney Michelle. I am Courtney Michelle. Melanie King. Then you got Dana Dane, who's on TikTok. She blocked me. Yeah, Dookie Jackson. It's like, you got Crimson Cure. Danica Marie, she a fraud, bruh. All these bitches are the same. Danica Marie just panders to men. I like Crimson Cure to a degree, but they make their money off of pandering to men, broken men that they will never get the time of day. The only thing I would say that's close to being credible is Kendra Davis, Crimson Cure. But she don't care. But again, she ain't trying to make, these women are not getting better. Crimson Cure is not making these women better. Danica Marie, damn sure ain't making these women better. She thirst traps. She show off her titties. She be, and then she comes out her mouth and calls you broke. But she got a whole man. Man, look, she can't talk about her husband is this and that. But guess what? She's a full-time YouTuber. If your husband was, if you had a good like that, why are you making content off of men? Yeah, O'Shea. I mean, I used to follow O'Shea. He used to make valid points, but but here's the thing about O'Shea Dookie Jackson. O'Shea Dookie Jackson is a simp. O'Shea Dookie Jackson, the reason why he's doing that now, because he's trying to get pussy, and plus he's trying to get that audience. From every now and then, I used to check on Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed panders to women too. Dr. Umar Johnson, no, he a hoe ass nigga. I agree with Dr. Umar Johnson on a lot of things, but he does not call out black women and their bullshit. A lot of these pro-black males, they are so afraid to slam black women. I'm not. I'm not afraid to call out black women on their bullshit. I'm not bashing them when I do it. I'm not bashing them. Dr. T.S.on Johnson, he's not bashing, he's breaking it down especially from a collegiate standpoint. Green Gorilla, the master teacher, BGS. I'm not bashing. Dr. Umar Johnson need to go sit his ass down, because where's his wife? Where's his wife? How come is he involved with his children? And the thing is, I'm cool with Robert Perkins. But even I got on Robert Perkins, I'm like, dude, you mess with Cynthia G. I know you ain't talking. I know you couldn't with your multiple baby mamas. A lot of these, I don't expect these men to be perfect. I don't expect these women to be perfect, but I expect us to be consistent. And that's what I'm very disappointed with the whole with these. We had every opportunity when it came down to Fresh and Fit. No, yeah, they didn't want to going on Fresh and Fit. When it came down to just pearly things, a lot of them niggas in the manosphere did not slam her. They still fucked with her. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? You got the other guys in the manosphere who are simps, like O'Shea Dookie Jackson. All of a sudden, you wanna have these women on your show. I already know what goes on off camera. I already know what goes on off camera. No, you trying to get some pussy. Even though O'Shea Dookie Jackson admitted that he will pay for pussy. He has no problem paying for pussy. Kevin Samuels, look, I agree with Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels was a fucking hypocrite too. Because when black men were trying to speak and use his talk and use his examples of his teachings, Kevin Samuels would try to put a court order against them because he didn't want black men. He didn't want black men to eat. He wanted all the fame and money to himself. Oh shoot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh. Man, I gotta get some. Shoot. Burn something. Excuse me. I mean, it's just this whole space of social media is a joke. Why do you think I'm solo? Why do y'all think I'm solo at this point? A lot of these people ain't who they are. A lot of these people are fronting. A lot of people are so fake. Now, I have no problem linking it up with people, connecting, but a lot of us, man, a lot of these people are just here because they never had a voice. They're trying to be popular because they didn't have that. They wasn't popular. They wasn't a popular kid when they was in high school, in their college years. They're losers outside of social media. They ain't shit. You know, outside of social media, they ain't worth a damn. Dr. Umar Johnson, if he's going to expose black men for IR dating, then Dr. Umar Johnson needs to expose these black women who are IR dating and IR married, toxic, especially toxic IR marriages. But he's not going to do that because he's getting his money. But Dr. Umar Johnson has been exposed by pumping and dumping, messing with Big Shirley. We saw that debacle. Now you got heifers like, I wasn't even going to bring her up, Ebony K. Williams. She's a reformed Negro bed, which now she want to be all pro-bliggity black. At this point, man, it's a joke. My own purpose is just to wake you people up, just to educate you people, educate the like-minded, link up with like-minded people. But at this point, I'm rolling solo. Even in the earlier years of YouTube, when you had Sergeant Willie Pete, Captain Solo, Solo and Black Town. I don't care about Jason Black, man. Professor Black Truth, Professor Black Lie. Really don't care for them. I mean, I don't care for Professor Black Lie, Jason Black. It's just too much fuckery. Now, If anybody want to talk, I will drop the link. If you want to talk, you want to say something, because I'm about to Red Supreme. I mean, I agree with Red Supreme from time to time. But see a lot of these content creators, they sold out for the bag. A lot of these content creators, I'm like this. If I don't see them, if you don't see them really doing, if they're on YouTube, social media, just talking, but they're not in the office, they're not in these these political spaces, trying to actually affect change, I wouldn't be fooling with them. I wouldn't be supporting them. I wouldn't be supporting them if they're not trying to make an impact. What I will say about Dr. Tieson Johnson, he is trying to get shit off the ground. Green Gorilla too. BGS. When it comes to the blackmail political agenda, I'll support that. But a lot of black men, they're not interested in really trying to get change. And I'm really taken aback by this. A lot of these black men who complain about these modern heifers, but yet I see a lot of simping guys talking about, I gotta make a lot of, look, let me tell y'all don't have to make a lot of money to get a woman, to get a fine woman. That's bullshit. Let me tell you about these so-called fine women. They say women are born with value. No, they're not. A woman has to be brought up to be valuable, to have value. You know what I'm saying? Looking pretty, what does that do? But I'm gonna just, hey, last call. Oh. Anybody that's here, last call. Because I gotta get up early in the morning. But to me, this whole Diddy situation is bullshit. I'm not staying with Dennis Sperling. It's bullshit. And he's a lawyer out in Houston, Texas. Mm-hmm. And he's been on Fox 26 News in Houston. So when it comes to legalities, I'll listen to him. When it comes to the whole education, academia, I'm going to listen to Dr. Tieson Johnson, Green Gorilla, and BGS. Well, BGS is more of the psychology, you know. But other than that, I don't want to talk about, you're defending Cassidy. What is there to defend? I'm not defending Diddy. I mean, what is there to defend Cassidy? I don't feel, this is an adult woman who decided she has no children by this nigga. So we can't say that. She has no soul ties to them. She allowed herself to get beat. And don't think she didn't do anything to set him off from time to time. Don't assume that she didn't try to do something to trigger him or try to set him up. When I saw her running for the elevator with something in her hand, let me say this. If she might have took something, try to leak something out try to expose him on the slide, I'm like this. If it was that damn serious, I can understand if she tried to, I tried to go to the police department. I went to if she got beaten like that, I'm not sure if there's any medical records. Did she go to the hospital? Did she take any tests? She even talked about abuse and essay. Okay. Were you going to the hospitals? Were you going to getting medical attention? Because I'm like this. Now, women will lie and say, "Oh, that ain't going on, all that," or when their kids are getting abused, they'll lie to protect the predator because they're predators themselves. But a lot of times, y'all, it's just lip service. Why would anybody wait damn near 10 years and release that video? And let me say this about the video: all them people who withheld that video at that hotel and the police who are on duty in that area, because the police and that's in your local police department in any particular city, major city, when it comes to affluent hotels, the police will come around and check everything. They will check. They will check the neighborhood. I'm pretty sure the LA Police Department, the crooked LA Police Department, knew what was going on. I would say that those people in security and those people who knew about what happened, they all need to be under the jail. They all need to be prosecuted. Same with the police department who didn't do nothing. Yeah, of course they will. Of course they will. And you know what's so crazy about that? W? You know what's so crazy about that? A lot of these women will actually protect those same male predators. And they will definitely protect those female predators like Cardi B. Because that sisterhood is strong. It is strong for a limited time. And then, then they'll go off and act like ain't nothing happen when they want a man. When they try to get a husband, but they'll still keep in contact with that sisterhood. This is why when these women talk about they're being harassed, men can't handle rejection. What do you mean rejection? Men are, particularly black men, we're always rejected. We get rejected for bank loans, car loans, programs that G's heifers take for granted, but they're still the most evicted, still homeless out in these streets. All these social welfare programs for these heifers, and they want to talk shit about men all day. Child support, alimony. They could actually make a man who is not the biological father be a father, but they're so oppressed. When it comes to being a group of people being oppressed, you got to oppress the men first, and then pedestalize and infantilize the women. And then give the children and let the government have access to. Then the government has access to the children. Will turn the children against the parents, the family. That's what's going on here. And these same women support that agenda when they continue to vote for the left. Even though the right side is the political right is trash too. This is all fake outrage. At the end of the day, y'all, this is all fake outrage. Don't pay these people no mind. But what we got to do is call them out. Because to me, I'll never forget, I saw too many young black women get beat up by these same women. And they don't talk about it. When it came to recently, you had a black woman who watched divester content, who was watching Sprinkle. Man, that's so sad, though. That's so sad. She got unalive, brutally beaten. And here's the thing. How many times have we told these women, hey, don't meet no man. You don't know this man. Don't be drinking. Don't be going to a man's place that you don't know like that after 9 o'clock. Anytime a man wants to meet you at his place or want to be at your place, he's trying to fuck you. I have told these women, don't do no dinner dates. I've told these women, go Dutch, pay your meal or pay for his meal and go and get to stepping. When I say women need to pay for their own meal, I say so you don't have these problems. A lot of times you need to discuss these problems up front, but people are not honest. But these women don't listen. And I would say a lot of these men don't listen to me. They don't like the way that I handle these heifers. And they don't like the way I handle them on their simple. You know, these women are just dusties. Yet they will talk about they'd rather be with a bear. That's all bullshit. I had a bitch, Dana Dane, who she was out here dick policing black men. Dana Dane 1987 on TikTok. She blocked me because she don't like the way I respond to her. And I didn't call her no bitch. I didn't call out her name. I think I called her a heifer one time, but I was never real disrespectful. I said where she's wrong at what she's talking about. But because she's a narcissist, and the thing is, she's looking for a man who, and she's almost 40 years old. She's like 37, going to be 38. And she's looking for the same man that these delusional bitches are looking for that don't exist. All these female grifters are fucking walking hypocrites, walking liars. And yet you got O'Shea Dookie Jackson that endorsed these women because this nigga thirsty. And he wears a wig dressing like a woman, dressing in drag. Shout out to Kid Organic, Don Mega, calling out O'Shea Dookie Jackson. He's spot on. This talk about he's in medical school. Okay, he's in medical school, but he has all this time to make YouTube content. That's why you can't trust these people. This is why this is why I don't believe. This is why you can't trust these people. Exactly. Yeah, it is. It's thumbnail is pathetic. and you see right here, look at this. A lot of people don't support me because I keep it real. And I'm not just saying that, I actually keep it real. My own mom said, well, if you gotta tell people you gotta keep it real, then how are you keeping it real? No, I gotta tell people because people are slow. I gotta tell people this because people are slow. And people don't really believe you like that. Look how these women are supporting Derek Jackson. And you got women mad. You got some women mad at me because I go in on Derek Jackson. Well, he's a black man. Why are you tearing him down? Excuse me? Tear him down? This hoe ass nigga, Derek Jackson, talk shit about black men, pandering to y'all. But Derek Jackson will never give those women that he's pandering to at the time of day. I saw the photos, the leaked photos. He's pandering to women who are not. I saw the type of women he's fucking, and he was cheating on his wife. But yet, because he panders to women, black women, oh, they'll give him a pass. They'll still support him because they like being lied to. Even though I have warned women about guys like Derek Jackson. No different than I try to warn these men about these women, these grifters that pander to them. Look how just pearly things is still getting support from black men, from the black manosphere. And they wonder why our community will never get no damn where. They wonder why our community is falling apart. They wonder why the black community is falling apart. Look, they have all these women talk about men being thirsty, men are predators, but yet you see all this predator behavior with these women. Trying to get pregnant on purpose, trying to get the bag on purpose, trying to get a man for his money, try to use a man for money and sex. They go to men who are broken and destitute. Then they blame him for why he's toxic. Why they knew that was a toxic dude, but because they don't think they can do no better, because they want control. And then when it comes to men with money and resources, they'll use the system as a form of control. These women talk about how these men are so toxic and so violent, but yet these women support violent motherfuckers. They raise the same violent thugs that they complain about because they're thugs themselves. They raise the same type of toxic males that they complain about. They will defend these ancient males, their daddy, their uncles, the men in their family, their sons and uncles who are degenerate, who are toxic and trifling. They know he's cheating on, your son is cheating on these women, pumping and dumping, knocking them up, getting them pregnant, and you ain't saying nothing, but you want to talk, you want to chastise and lecture grown men on how to conduct themselves, but you can't even talk, you can't even check the own men in your own family. You can't even set your own son straight. I had to talk to a bitch out in Fayetteville, North Carolina. She a real estate. Talk about Jessica Rapp. Her name is Stacy. Talk about how she bashes black men all day. Don't take no accountability. She abuses her son. Her son is the same. She's raising the same criminal element in the black community. But her thing is because she got knocked up by Pookie and Ray Ray, a well-known man in and out of jail, got pregnant and talked about he was cheating and he wasn't doing what he's supposed to. Ma'am, he was already like that when you met him. Cut it out. I was young, bitch. You knew right from wrong. I ain't trying to hear that. All them. You already know when you started developing and popping up breasts and titties and having a cycle. You knew guys were coming at you a certain way. And these women, let me say this: these women, before they become a woman, a full-grown woman, they are told what guys they got to stay the fuck away from, what guys they need to get with, but they don't listen. Even when they got the father there. But again, most fathers, especially in the black community, or in America, period, but most fathers in the black community, they're simps. Most fathers are simps in America. I'm just saying like that. They're just simps. I mean, I'm gonna say, like I said before, if the women in my family, my daughter, particularly, my daughter niece, particularly my daughter, if she did not meet that man through me, and I didn't introduce that man to her, guess what? Whatever happens to her, she got to deal with the consequences. If he goes upside her head and pimps her out, okay, there's nothing I can do. The only thing I can just give her instructions, but I'm not bailing her out, especially because if she wants to become like one of these same dumbass bitches who become single mothers messing with Pookie and Mary. I wash my hands of her. Ain't no different than what I would tell my son. Now I will help her, but I'm not giving her a lifestyle. I'm not going to be her cleanup man for making a dumbass decision, especially when I showed her the consequences from other people. And the people who made it right, she didn't want to listen to them. But anyhow, it's just these women want to talk about men paying for pussy. When it comes to the Cheesecake Factory taking you out on an expensive date, they're still paying. So what's your point? You women are getting paid by resources by taking them to the cleaners, no fault divorce. You're still being a prostitute. This whole thing with Diddy being Cassie is not a victim. You got real victims and they don't want to speak on it. Especially when it's men, especially when it's children. Particularly little boys. They don't want to speak on that. Doesn't fit the narrative. You got women being violent towards each other. And they don't want to speak on that. Doesn't fit the narrative. So as I say, this is all fake outrage, people. But anyway, I'm about to go to bed. It's 1:00 in the morning. It's 1:07 Eastern Standard Time out in North Carolina. And I'm about to go to bed and get up early. I'm going to work. I got some content, and I'm going to definitely be speaking about the WNBA And I'm definitely going to be speaking about Angel Reese, in her drama, and Caitlin Clark. So stay tuned.